Hi guys, welcome back to the UK and Ireland tour. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have a Nathaniel MG Cup tie at home against Pontypridd United, and we follow it up with a game in the league against last season's champions TNS. Since you were last with us, I I mean we've been absolutely faultless, if truth be told. A 3-1 win away against Carnarvon, a 7-0 win at home against Pontypridd United in the league, a 2-1 win away at Coners Quay, and a 1-0 win away at Colwyn Bay. The one against Coners Quay is a good result, to be quite honest. They've finished in and around the top three for the last few seasons in the league. So again, we've done very, very well in that manner, and that was another good win against Colwyn Bay. We're dominating in terms of chance creation in every single match so far. Following the 7-0 win at home in the league game against Pontypridd, I'm expecting us to win in the cup tie. Probably not quite um, as dominant as we did in the league, but I am still expecting us to win. And then the home game against last season's champions TNS is arguably the highlight of the season. We are rotating. We will be rotating a little bit. Obviously, with this cup tie being only 3 days before that game against last season's champions, we are going to rotate, and it could be a bit tough for us with the full rotation. So we are going to just sort out a little bit with one or two players that may have to play the extra game. Billy Leach, of course, is transfer listed, but we will continue with Harvey Woods in there. Liam Vincent, we're not going to play him in central midfield because he's not really capable of playing in that role. McClafferty, where could he play again? Midfield right and centre back right back, so he's not going to play there. We've got Aohara playing in there again. And Malone and Cutbush are going to get some game time. Giblin starts at left back. Keppel with a rare opportunity at centre back with Tompkins. George is in at right back. Ferdinand is going to get a debut in goal. Woods is the only player that's been playing regularly. He will play on that right hand side with Leach and Mima getting an opportunity as well. Obviously, the cup ties are just as important, don't get me wrong, but we need to really focus in on the league. Obviously, we're looking at mid-table at the start of the season, but with the way that we're playing at the moment, I really feel that we could do a lot more, if truth be told, and hopefully we can do. Obviously, we absolutely destroyed Pontypridd United last time out. With this rotation, it could be a much closer game. We have got some good options on the bench. Joe White yet to play a game for us this season. Obviously, Giblin being given the start at left back because Liam Vincent has started to play a bit more regularly in there. Corey Herford, of course, the key man in central midfield with Kerry Evans and Kenny Coker as well in each area of the pitch. And so far, it's been quite an even game. Possession-wise, it's been very close. And in terms of attempts at goal, both sides with 4 attempts and the one on target. Ayaraha just holding on to possession and laying it back to Malone. And now Keppel back to Malone again. And now Cutbush back into Keppel. Obviously, the thing with this cup tie as well is we are giving some of our backups the opportunity today. If we get another good performance from them, from our lads today, despite the rotation, obviously we can have a little bit more confidence and try and rotate them in a little bit more as time goes on this season. And that is arguably the most important thing in this. If we can find a way to integrate some of these fringe players, then it'll give us a little bit more confidence knowing that we've got much stronger backups than it's initially suggested for the quality of league that we're in. Here is Roberts coming down the left hand side for Pontypridd. Now Hurlock plays it into Wilson. It's a poor effort. Ferdinand not tested at all. And so far, the standout performer is our left back Giblin, who, when he has played, to be fair to him, he has played very, very well. But it's been a much more even game than the league game against Pontypridd, that is for sure. But with the rotation, we still look quite reasonable. Um, we'll say that we're not particularly happy with the performance because obviously we're not in front. And given the fact that we won 7-0 against them in the league, I would be hoping that we could, if nothing else, just push it on a little bit in this match. Here is Harvey Woods. Plays it into Leach, and now Cutbush has support running ahead of him. Malone into Harvey Woods again, and that is a huge miss. Why has he gone for that side? There was much more space on the other side of the goal, but unfortunately, he couldn't take the chance. And George, with a rare opportunity at right back today, he was our first team regular at right back last season. He's yet to, until today, he was yet to make an appearance. So big opportunity for him to get himself back into the side as well, because Prescott has come in and been outstanding at right back for us so far. Ferdinand into Tompkins, now Cutbush into Woods, opportunity to maybe knock it forward and through. Ayaraha out wide to Giblin, coming down the left-hand side, has support in the penalty area, lays it in, looking for Harvey Woods at the far post, and it's just over the crossbar, but we're starting to find those spaces again and starting to get a little bit more creative. And of course, albeit we've not had too much game time for some of these lads, but they've been training reasonably well, the majority of them as well. So, you know, they're fully match fit, and the ball goes over the top there. Wilson manages to clear. Giblin knocks it back in. Harvey Woods is there at the far post, and that is a brilliant header from Harvey Woods. And we finally find ourselves in front just before the hour. And it's unfortunately, I say unfortunately, we're ahead, so it doesn't really matter. But it's one of the regular starters that we've had so far this season who has given us the advantage. But good work again on that left-hand side. Giblin with a lovely volleyed cross into the penalty area. He continues his good form at left back. And we take the lead. Hopefully we can hold on to it though, because Pontypridd trying to push forward with Wilson, and now Jack Caradogan back to Davis. Swings it into the penalty area, and Herlock's free at the far post. And that's a great save from Ferdinand. And now Elaru lays it back to Caradogan. And again, they come forward, Pontypridd, toward Morgan. It's a good header clear from Tompkins, and Woods picks it up. Really good save that from Ferdinand. And he's had a pretty decent game for us today, to be fair. We are going to make a couple of changes here as well. 20 minutes to go. Billy Leach has been poor today. Mima, hasn't really got into the game either. Kenny Coker can come on. Hereford is going to come on for Ayaraha, who has again played pretty well. But obviously we don't want to risk him too much. Like I say, Hereford coming on gives him a bit of game time, and Kerry Evans will probably bring on as well, just to shore up that defence for Keppel. And that will be our three changes. Obviously, they're very key players. If we can get them on, just shore it up a little bit, get that extra bit of quality on the pitch, and hopefully we can get this cup tie secured. Here is Mima. Swings it into the penalty area. Harvey Woods is there, and again, just over the bar. He's missed a couple of really good chances. Arguably, the harder header that he had is the one that he scored. But we've really taken the game to Pontypridd in this second half, created a lot of chances again. But once again, we're just not quite taking enough of them. Here is Malone with the strike, and that's thundered off the bottom of the post there. 19 or 20 attempts at goal now, 8 shots on target, just the 1 goal to show for it. We did the same against Colwyn Bay last time out as well, but we're looking good. Couple of minutes to go here. Can we win possession back? Yes, we can. Here is Kenny Coker. Just knocks it down for Amalindo Mima, and now Hereford. Into the centre for Cutbush. Good pass out wide to George. Trying to cut inside. Into the penalty area he goes. There's the square pass. And there is Kenny Coker. His 8th goal of the season. Incidentally, in the game against Pontypridd, he scored 4 goals in that league game. He really has hit the ground running, Kenny Coker. Hopefully it will continue anyway. And George there with the ball across. Really good work from him in his right back role today. And we see ourselves comfortably through a 2-0 win. And despite the rotation, we have again dominated. Obviously, Woods playing the full 90 wasn't ideal. But good performance from Malone there in midfield, considering he's not had too much game time. Ferdinand with a good performance in goal. Giblin, standout performance from him at left back. Likewise, George at right back. But Coker, obviously, with the quality up front, came on, finished the job for us. And we are through to the next round of the Nathaniel MG Cup. Incidentally, we've drawn a Kimru North side in the Welsh Cup, so that should be a relatively straightforward game for us as well. Ferdinand there with his debut clean sheet, and Giblin, brilliant performance once again from him. And hopefully we can, with the rested team, go into this game against TNS with every bit of hope that we could get a result against them. We're playing very good football, and against last season's champions and most season's champions. This could be a very interesting match. Okay then guys, here we go for the game against TNS. We're back to the full strength starting lineup. Incidentally, my assistant manager suggested that Ferdinand remained in goal, but I think it'd be a little bit unfair to Rogerson. He's had a very good start to the season, but albeit Ferdinand, I think actually might be slightly better in goalkeeping. In fact, he's actually the same. So we'll stick with Rogerson for now, but Ferdinand could make it into the first team regular slot going forward. Unfortunately, obviously, Harvey Woods did play the 90 minutes in that cup tie. He's not really fully fit, but he is in the squad for the upcoming match. McClafferty's back on the bench as well today. Cutbush and Malone, unfortunately, struggling for fitness, likewise George. Keppel didn't have a bad game, if truth be told. We kept a clean sheet, so he certainly did his job. So going into this game, we know it's going to be arguably the toughest fixture on the calendar, but we are at home. We are on a record club run of being unbeaten, 24 games, including the back end of last season, and we continue to put all the pressure on our opponents at the moment. We are in exemplary form, and again, all we got to do is go out there and try and beat what's in front of us. And TNS are going to be a very tough nut to crack. Here is Marshall straight away down this left-hand side. It's a good, strong tackle from Tasker, but there's no support there. And now Kumas picks it up, lays it back to Cox, and it's an opportunity to knock it in. But Marshall now in the penalty area. Back to Williams, and it's taken a huge deflection off Ayaraha. And fortunately, we managed to keep it out via the woodwork. And Allport tripped up by Vincent, but no foul given. So we got away with that. And Vincent picks it up, and luckily, like I say, we do get away with it. Very quick start from TNS, but I think it's going to be a very similar style of play from both sides. Both sides, I think TNS play a very similar style. Williams fires it in. What an effort that was off the underside of the bar. Luckily, it fell nicely for Rogerson, and it remains 0-0. But TNS dominating proceedings here, which is something we're not used to. We've dominated every game that we've been involved in so far for the most part, and we are very much under pressure here. And like I say, TNS, more often than not, win this league, and they win it comfortably a lot of the time. They certainly did it last season, and Kerry Evans there with a good headed clearance, and Hines picks it up, coming down this left-hand side, charging down the left-hand side, has support in the centre if he can find it. He still tries to continue his run, though, and he should have played the pass, really. Williams with a good tackle, but it's Vincent now with the throw, and now Hereford loses out to Crew, and now Allport. I think, unfortunately, they do have a lot of quality, by the way. Obviously, they are in Europe regularly, so they've got much better financial backing at their disposal. And it's laid back here to Cox, and now Williams into Sass Davis. Just holding on to it at the back there, and lays it into Williams again. It's all TNS here, unfortunately, from our point of view. We've had a fantastic run um, over the course of last season and the start of this, but this could be where we falter against last season's champions. And Burton is in behind and fires it in, and it's been coming, to be honest. TNS have completely dominated, but luckily from our point of view, they were offside. They have created so many more chances, and the quality, the difference in quality, should I say, is very much telling here. And strangely, it says there a prize penalty after 58 minutes. I don't know what's going on with it. A little bit of a glitchy thing in the score lines there on the side. Coker trying to win possession, couldn't quite get there. And again, TNS building from the back. Good tackle from Kenny Coker, though. Hines back into Coker. Has support ahead of him if he can find it. Hines picks it up. Goes into the penalty area. Still going. And Hines has put us ahead. I mean, it's been all TNS in this first half, but that is a fantastic goal from Josh Hines, swerving it into that bottom corner. What a lovely finish it was. I mean, Coker laid it into him. And Coker made a great run back into the penalty area. I thought it was going to be squared in, but Hines beating his fullback and using one of the central midfield players, I think it was there, as a bit of a blocker, and he's managed to put it into the bottom corner. We have grown into the game a little bit during this first half, and now we find ourselves ahead. What a fantastic turnaround that is. We'll tell the lads that they're doing well and to keep working hard because we are doing very well. We've actually had more shots on target than TNS, but less shots overall. But I mean, we've gotten away with it. TNS dominated in terms of the highlights, as we saw, but we have had the telling difference with the Josh Hines goal. But that's a poor pass from Hereford, and now Kumas coming down the left-hand side. He's got support arriving. He goes alone, and he fires it over the crossbar. That was a big chance again. Aoraha with a delivery toward that far post. Charlie Tasker wins the header. It's cut the crossbar. And the defenders managed to bundle it away somewhat, and it's out for a corner. But that was very, very close to 2-0. I mean, Tasker was in an impossible angle there, clipping the top of the bar. Aoraha with a delivery, fired into Kerry Evans. And it took another deflection. And it's another corner. And the highlight does continue here. Aoraha again to take the set piece, swings it in, and it looks like a bit more of a better delivery that time. It's fallen for Hereford. Now Aoraha tried to find Hereford. He swung it in this time. Evans Harriott couldn't get there, and he's brought down the defender, unfortunately. And it remains 1-0. Evans Harriott incidentally got booked for that challenge. We are just struggling a little bit fitness-wise with a couple of players. We put a lot of effort into this game. TNS still creating a lot of chances, but so are we. We're certainly holding our own. And if I'm being truthful, I don't really want to make any changes. We're playing some very good stuff at the moment. We're going to have to make some changes here, though, in these last 10 minutes. Harvey Woods is going to come on for Josh Hines, who has had a brilliant game, but he's absolutely out on his feet now. Raha is going to come on as well. Well, I was about to say he's going to come off, should I say, but we haven't actually got a central midfielder on the bench, which seems a bit like an oversight. McLafferty is going to get his first game of the season at right back. It's a bit of a weakness there, to be honest. In fact, we'll move Charlie Tasker out there and put McLafferty in at centre-back. And in terms of central midfield, obviously, we've not really got another option. So Aoraha will have to continue. Armelindo Mima's going to come on for Evans Harriott just because he's on that yellow card. It's not something we need to risk at this point, and we'll confirm that for now. And we'll see what happens from here. Vincent picks it up. This could be a bit of a non-highlight, this one, of course, because we did pause it during the substitutions. Hines coming down the left-hand side, back to Vincent. Chance to get it into the penalty area here. Finds Hereford, tries to square it, and it's comfortably put out for a corner by the defender. The substitutions have now taken place, and Aoraha here with the set piece. Swings it in, and Kerry Evans again was the target. But again, unfortunately, just come a little bit too far out from that near post, and it was very difficult to get it on target. But we continue to hold the lead here. It's been a very, very close game. TNS will probably feel aggrieved that they haven't scored, but that is a huge win from our point of view. What a result that is. A 1-0 win against last season's champions. And we continue our unbeaten start to the campaign. 6 games played, 6 wins, 6 points clear, actually, of TNS as well. Penabon, incidentally, have had a fantastic start to the season as well. They're 3 points behind us. But what a fantastic start to the campaign. And I mean, I was hoping for a mid-table finish. Obviously, the target was to not get relegated. I think we could challenge for the title. Based on that performance, and the fact that we've managed to get the win against last season's Premier champions, we could very much be in a title race this year, which in our first ever season at this level would be absolutely remarkable. The proof will be in the pudding, though. If we can continue playing the way we are in the coming matches, I think that this could be a very rewarding season. We'll probably come back for the Welsh Cup tie, if truth be told. Welsh Cup tie at home against Denbigh. They are in the league below us, so we'll see. To be fair, if we get a tough game in the Nathaniel MG Cup quarter final, we'll come back for that one, with Caernarfon potentially. But if it's going to be a cup tie similar to the Welsh Cup game, we'll come back for the Welsh Cup tie and still with Caernarfon there as well. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.